welcome back to another post-it note video. Sorry, I kind of blinked out there for a second. This one today, I'm doing Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul, the acclaimed anime series about zombies, basically. And I just felt like doing this one on a red post-it note, capitalize on his red eye and his costume and his kind of his red kind of tentacle-y thingies. I forget what they're called, but just really thought I'd get this one out to you guys real quick and talk you through the stages that I went through. So the first stage here, you can see it's just the layout phase. It is what it is. You just kind of rough out the general shape, the general ideas of what you are wanting to do with the piece. And it's not too complicated, it's not too simple. I try to go fast. Sometimes I'm feeling it and I can kind of just go right in, and I don't really have to spend too much time roughing it out, but sometimes it takes a while, so it kind of just depends on what you're wanting to do with the piece. I use my Pentel Twist Erase mechanical pencil. It's like a 0.5 or whatever to get all this done. I move along in the video. I end up using my Pigma Micron pens. I use 01, 03, and a 08 to get my line weights and everything down. And then after that, I lay in some white for his hair, because Kaneki has white hair. I use my Pen Touch calligraphy pen that I bought at Hobby Lobby. Most of my stuff I get at Hobby Lobby, by the way. It's like a calligraphy pen, and the white doesn't always come out sharp and clear. It kind of has a range of opacity whenever you use it, so you get to do some really cool effects with it. And then I move on to my Jelly Roll white pen at the very end, and I use it to make the characters kind of pop off the post-it note. And that's the kind of cool thing you get to do with the colored post-it note stuff, is that you get to, if you use the white Jelly Roll pen like that, it's so satisfying whenever you get done and you use that to use that little white out around the end of the picture you've made. So I'd highly encourage that if you have never tried it before and are looking to. And then going along here, like I said, this is where I was inking, and you want to use, I use line weights a lot. I really try to use line weights because it makes the picture feel really organic, and it really makes it come alive, as opposed to just kind of tracing the lines that you had done pencils on. When you do line weights, it just adds so much more to the picture, so go for it. Don't be afraid of it whenever you're drawing as an artist. Also, I think this was an interesting post-it note in particular I remember drawing, because I don't, my style is not anime, it's not manga, and the thing about that style of drawing is that it appears so simple, right? There's not a lot of rendering usually. It's kind of like the characters aren't overly anatomical, as you could say, but yet if you don't make one line at the right angle, you might not be able to tell which character it is. So sometimes whenever I do these, to kind of relieve that artistic pressure of drawing a big character like Kaneki is in that culture, I kind of just fuse it with my own. So I'll make it as anime as possible, but then I'll try to work in and sneak in some of stuff that's kind of just my own artistic sensibilities and stuff like that. And it usually kind of works. I mean, sometimes I don't. Like there's a Goku Black piece that I did on Instagram that I went full-blown anime, and I tried to really make every line exactly what I was seeing with my reference that I was using. And then I kind of went and did my own thing after that. So yeah, sometimes it really just depends, but I really find that fascinating about drawing anime in particular. So and then after I get done using my inks here, you'll see that I use my Statler Mars plastic eraser. Really good eraser. I like it a lot. It picks up most of my pencil lines. Sometimes, though, I have noticed with that eraser that you pick up your ink lines, so you might just have to be careful whenever you're doing it, or kind of experiment and see how long you have to let the ink sit whenever you're inking and stuff. So just kind of be aware, check that stuff out. And then at the very end of the video, I get into colors. I use Copics, but the flesh tones are actually a different kind of marker. They're these spectra markers, and they're compositionally they're the same as Copics. They have the double-ended alcohol markers, and they blend okay. But I wasn't able to find the actual set of Copic flesh tones that I wanted, but these work out fine. Have worked out fine the last couple pieces of post-it note art that I've done. So I'd say if you don't want to get Copics, I think they're a little cheaper than Copics. If you don't want to get Copics, I'd say try the spectrum markers. They worked out for me pretty well. So that's what I used for his skin tone. But everything else was Copic markers. I used a bunch of the ranges of the neutral markers. I think in this video I used the N4 and the N8, and then I also used the N100, which is basically just the black. And then I also used the R26, I think, or R25, something like that, to do the red stuff in the background, as well as on his little tentacle thingies, as I've been calling them. So those are kind of everything I used on this piece, and hope you enjoy it. I'm gonna turn the music back up and kind of let it just do its thing. If you guys want me to do something else or a different character on a post-it note, let me know in the comments or something, or you guys can like DM me. Be sure, if you guys aren't already, you can follow me on Instagram at artbyjalen, and yeah, have a great day, guys.